the previous lecture, we have seen the design procedure of a leaf spring. In this lecture, we are going to solve a problem on that. So the problem is a truck has 10 leaves and is supported at a span length of 1 meter with a central band of 80 mm. A load of 6 kilonewton is applied at the center of the spring whose permissible stress is 300 megapascal. The spring has a ratio of total depth to width of about 2.5. So we'll start from the given data. So mostly the trucks are equipped with the leaf spring. That too, in the problem itself, they have specified that it has 10 leaves. So the total number of leaves n is equal to 10 and is supported at a span length of 2 meters. Okay, so in the previous lecture we have seen that the span length is the overall length, that is 2L1. Okay, so this is your leaf and this is 2L1. That is 1 meter. I have converted it into mm, 1000 mm. The weight, so the total weight is 6 into 10 power 3 Newton, 6 kilonewton. And the permissible stress is 300 megapascal, that is sigma BE, because we are going to focus on the extra full length leaf. Okay, so actually you can calculate two stress value. One is sigma BE and sigma BG. So BG is for graduated length leaves, and I have already told that the extra full length leaves are subjected to high stress. So we have to focus on the high stress compounds. So that is why we have considered sigma BE here. And the spring has a ratio of total depth to width of about. So total depth means each spring has a thickness of T. For example, if you have 3 leaves, then one spring has a thickness of T. Okay, so the overall depth of the spring is N into T. So thickness into the number of springs. Then N into T divided by B is our width. So total depth to width means it is NT by B. In some of the cases, they may give you the ratio of width to depth. So if it is width to depth, then it is B divided by N into T. Okay, so you should be very careful about this. Here in the problem, they have given this total depth to width. So I have considered NT by B is equal to 2.5. So NT by B is equal to 2.5. N is the number of leaves, T is thickness, B is the width. So substitute the value of N so that you will get T is equal to 0.25 B. So this is the ratio between thickness and the width of the leaf. So before going to the design procedure, we have to calculate the load acting on the individual leaf. So P is equal to W by 2. So already we have discussed that we are going to split the leaf spring into 2 half and we are going to consider it as a cantilever beam. So I have divided the load into 2 parts, that is P is equal to W by 2, that is equal to 3 into 10 power 3 Newton. Then effective length. So from the span length and bandwidth, we have to calculate the effective length, that is L is equal to 2L1 minus A divided by 2. 2L1 is given in the problem, that is 1000 mm. Then minus A is bandwidth, it is given, it is 80 mm. Okay, so the effective length L is the length in one part, excluding the bandwidth. Okay, fine. So this is actually the effective length. This length is subjected to stress. So that is why it is called as effective length. That is 460 mm. So in the problem, they have given the total number of leaves, but they haven't specified anything about the extra full length leaf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume 2 full length leaves. So assume NE is equal to 2. If NE is equal to 2, then NG is equal to 8 because the total number of leaves is 10. So 2 plus 8 is equal to 10. Okay, fine. So after calculating the load on each side, effective length and NE and NG, we can move into the design procedure. So the first point is thickness of leaves. So the equation is sigma BE is equal to 18 PL divided by BT square 3NE plus 2NG. This equation is there in the data book page number 7.104. So here sigma BE is the stress, that is 300 Newton per mm square. It is given in the problem. Then P is load acting on each side of the spring. So P we have calculated earlier. Yeah, here it is. It is 3 into 10 power 3. And L is the effective length. It is not the span length. Remember that. So L is 460 mm. Then B is, I keep it as B. In the place of T, we have already calculated the ratio between T and B by using the ratio of NT by B is equal to 2. So substitute T is equal to 0.25 B the whole square. Then NE is 2, NG is 8. So by solving this equation, you will get B is equal to 39.2, that is width is equal to 39.2 mm. So once after calculating the B value, you can substitute the B in this ratio and you can calculate the thickness of the leaf, that is 9.8 mm. Okay, so this is the first step. Then the second step is calculation of deflection. So this is the equation for deflection. This equation is also there in the data book page number 7.104. So it is 12 PL cube divided by E BT cube 3NE plus 2NG. So here P is the load, that is 3 into 10 power 3 Newton. L is the effective length, it is 460 mm whole cube. E is the Young's modulus of the material. So in the problem they haven't specified anything about the Young's modulus. So I have assumed the Young's modulus value to be 2 into 10 power 5 Newton per mm square. So substitute the value of E. Then B is width of the spring. So in the previous step we have calculated the width and the thickness. So we can substitute that B value and T value. Then NE is full length leaf, it is 2, and NG is graduated length leaf, it is 8. Okay. So if you solve this equation, finally you will get the deflection of the spring as 21.5 mm. Okay. So this is the second step. The third step is diameter of the ice. So as we discussed earlier in the previous lecture, we can calculate the diameter of the ice by using two methods. One is by considering the bearing stress and another one is by considering the bending stress. And we have to take the maximum value of the diameter. So first let us consider the bearing stress. So PB is equal to P divided by D into U. Here PB is the bearing pressure. And I have told that if the PB value is not given in the problem, then you can assume PB is equal to 8 Newton per mm square. Then P is the load, then D is the diameter, U. Okay, so here U is actually the width of the leaf. So while discussing the design procedure, I have explained to you all these things. So U is same as the width of the leaf. So it is B, that is 39.2. So by solving this, you will get the diameter of the IS 9.6 mm. Okay, so this is by considering the bearing stress. So next, by considering the bending stress, we know that the equation for bending stress is sigma B is equal to 32 m divided by pi d cube. Here m is the bending moment. And in the I design, we have considered the support bolt as simply supported and it is subjected to a point load at the center. So m is equal to PV by 4, it is like WL by 4. So here the load is P and the length is V. So the length of V is equal to U plus 2 times the clearance. So actually in the problem, the clearance value is not given. So I have assumed a clearance value of 2 mm. So U is 39.2, 2 into 2, that is equal to 43.2 mm. So substitute the value of V here and P, you will get the bending moment, that is 32,400 Newton mm. So this is the bending moment acting on the I bolt. So now you can substitute the bending moment value in the sigma B equation and the bending stress is not given in the problem. Okay, so we have to take some standard bending stress value for the bolt material and I have assumed the sigma B value to be 80 Newton per mm square. So this is after considering all the factor of safety values. So first we have to take the material property from page number 1.9 and we have to divide the factor of safety value with the yield value. Okay, so I have considered 80, so generally we will consider 90. We can assume in between 80 to 90 for sigma. So this is for steel. So substitute it and calculate the value of diameter, that is d is equal to 16 mm. Okay, so take the maximum value as the diameter of the bolt. Here the maximum value is 16 mm. So 16 mm is the diameter of the eye bolt. So after calculating the diameter, the next step is initial bending radius of the leaves. So the leaf is initially with some bending radius. So we have to calculate the initial bending radius of the leaf. So the equation is R is equal to L1 square. It is not L square. L1 square divided by 2y. So in the problem, 2L1 is given as 1000. So L1 is 500 square, and 2 into y. Y is the deflection of the spring. So we have calculated in the second step. So 2 into 21.5, that is equal to 5813.9 mm. The last step is length of leaf. So calculating the length in leaf spring is very, very important. So first fix the full length leaf. Here in the problem, 2 full length leaves are there. So totally 10 leaves, and among that 2 are full length leaf. Okay, so we'll start from L10. So L10 is the master leaf. Okay, so first fix the length in the reverse manner. L10 is the master length leaf. Then L9 is equal to L8 because 2 springs are full length leaves. So L9 is equal to L8. So first we have to start from L1 to L7. Okay, so we'll start. L1 is equal to 2L divided by n minus 2. This 2 is for 2 extra full length leaf into 1 plus A. So here A is the bandwidth. So substitute the value of A and L. You will get L1 is equal to 195 mm. Then N2, it is 2L divided by n minus 2 into 2 plus A. So it is 310 mm. Similarly calculate L3, L4, L5, L6, L7 and L8. Don't calculate the value for L9 because L9 is equal to L8. This point is very, very important. Okay, since you have 2 full length leaf, L9 and L8 will be in the same length. Okay, so L9 is equal to L8 is equal to 1000 mm. Finally, the master length leaf. So the master length leaf is 2L1 plus pi into D plus 2 into 2. So 2L1, it is the span length, that is 1000 mm. It is not L, it is L1. Then pi D is the diameter of the eye bolt, T is the thickness of the spring. Okay, so you can substitute all the values and you can calculate the length of the master leaf. Okay, so remember that since in the problem we have 2 extra full length leaf, L9 and L8 will be the same. So the last spring will be the master leaf. So we have 10 springs, so L10 is master, L9 and L8 is of same length, then the remaining are graduated length leaf. So it is very, very important. 2 length will be equal. Fine. Okay. So finally, after calculating all the dimensions, the last step is resulting dimension. Take all the dimensions and write it in the last point. Okay, so in some of the problems they may ask you to draw the pictorial representation. In that case you have to draw the leaf spring drawing. So the tutorial problem, a locomotive spring has an overall length of 1.1 meter. So this is the span length, it is 2L1. So locomotive spring means it is the same, that is your leaf spring. So you can call it as locomotive spring or semi-elliptical spring or truck spring, whatever it may be. Okay, so it is the same leaf spring. Has an overall length of 1.1 meter, 2L1 is given, and sustained a load of 75 kilonewton at its center. This is W naught P. Okay, so the spring has 3 full length leaves, so NE is 3 and 15 graduated length leaves, NG is 15. So N is equal to NE plus NGE. So it is 3 plus 15, that is equal to 18. So totally 18 springs are there. Okay. So here we have 3 full length leaf. So the master leaf is L15 and L12 is equal to L13 is equal to L14. So you have to calculate the length up to L12 because L13 and L14 will be of the same length of the L12. Okay, so remember that this is very, very important. L15 is master leaf. L12, 13 and 14 will be in the same length. Calculate up to L1 to L12. L13 is equal to L12 and L14 is equal to L12. You will have 3 full length leaf. That is 1.1 meter will be there. Okay, fine. And one more thing is there. In the previous problem, we have got 2 full length leaves. So that is why here we have used n minus 2. But in the tutorial problem, we have 3 full length leaf. So we have to use 2L by n minus 3. Okay, so it's very important. Here you have to use n minus 3. Okay, so the calculation of length is a challenging task. Do it carefully. Okay, then the central band of 100 mm wide. So A is given as 100 mm. All the leaves are to be stressed to sigma BE is 420 megapascal. When fully loaded, the ratio of spring depth to width to be 2.5. It is 2 to be 2. So NT by B is equal to 2. Design the spring. Okay. So before going to the design procedure, first you have to calculate P, that is P is equal to W by 2. So W is 75 kilonewton. Then L is equal to 2L1 minus A divided by 2. So 2L1 is 1.1 meter, that is 1100 mm. A is 100 mm divided by 2, you will get the effective length L. And while calculating the length, be clear, up to L15 we have to calculate. L15 is master leaf. L14 is equal to L13 is equal to L12. So we have to calculate up to L12, that is enough. Okay, so remember that this is very, very important.